The minimum wage has long been a contentious topic, sparking debates across political, economic, and social spheres. As economies evolve, so do the factors influencing wage levels. One of the most significant changes in recent years has been the rise of automation and robotics. With machines increasingly taking over tasks traditionally performed by humans, the question arises, how will this impact minimum wage? As we navigate through this complex landscape, we must consider the implications of automation on employment, wage structures, and the economy at large. The relationship between minimum wage and automation is not just theoretical. It is a pressing issue that could redefine the labor market in the coming years. Automation has been steadily infiltrating various sectors, from manufacturing to retail, and even service industries. Robots and artificial intelligence are now capable of performing tasks with remarkable efficiency, often surpassing human capabilities. This shift raises concerns about job displacement, as many workers find their roles threatened by machines. For instance, in manufacturing, robots can assemble products faster and more accurately than humans, leading companies to favor automation over hiring new employees. This trend is not limited to blue-collar jobs. White-collar professions are also feeling the impact, with AI systems capable of handling data analysis, customer service, and even legal documentation. As automation continues to advance, the demand for low-wage jobs may decline, prompting discussions about the future of minimum wage. To understand the potential future of minimum wage in the context of automation, it's essential to explore its historical evolution. The concept of minimum wage emerged in the early 20th century as a response to exploitative labor practices. Initially designed to protect workers, the minimum wage has undergone numerous adjustments influenced by economic conditions, inflation, and political shifts. Over the decades, various countries have implemented minimum wage laws to ensure a basic standard of living for workers. However, the effectiveness of these laws has often been debated. With the advent of automation, the relevance of minimum wage is being questioned. If robots are performing tasks traditionally done by humans, should there still be a minimum wage for jobs that may no longer exist? The economic implications of automation on wages are multifaceted. On one hand, automation can lead to increased productivity, driving economic growth. Companies can produce goods and services at a lower cost, potentially leading to lower prices for consumers. However, this efficiency comes at a price: job displacement. As machines take over tasks, the demand for low-skilled labor diminishes, which could result in a surplus of workers competing for fewer jobs. This oversupply can drive wages down, leading to a scenario where the minimum wage becomes irrelevant. If the labor market is flooded with individuals seeking work, employers may feel less inclined to pay higher wages, knowing that there are many willing to accept lower pay. The debate over raising the minimum wage has intensified in recent years, with advocates arguing that a higher wage is necessary to keep up with the cost of living. Proponents believe that increasing the minimum wage can reduce poverty and stimulate economic growth by providing workers with more disposable income. However, opponents warn that raising the minimum wage could accelerate automation as businesses seek to cut costs. If companies are forced to pay higher wages, they may invest in technology to replace human labor, ultimately leading to job losses. This creates a paradox. While raising the minimum wage aims to improve workers' lives, it could inadvertently push companies towards automation, exacerbating the very issue it seeks to address. As we look to the future, the landscape of work is likely to change dramatically. The rise of remote work, gig economy jobs, and freelance opportunities is already reshaping traditional employment structures. In this new environment, the concept of a standard minimum wage may become obsolete. Instead, workers may find themselves competing in a market where pay is determined by individual negotiation, skill level, and demand for specific services. This shift could lead to greater income inequality, as those with in-demand skills command higher wages, while low-skilled workers struggle to find stable employment. The future of minimum wage, therefore, may not be a straightforward increase, but rather a redefinition of how we perceive work and compensation in an automated world. To address the challenges posed by automation on minimum wage and employment, several potential solutions and adaptations can be considered. One approach is to implement a universal basic income, UBI, providing all citizens with a guaranteed income regardless of employment status. This could alleviate the financial strain on individuals displaced by automation and ensure a basic standard of living. Additionally, investing in education and retraining programs can equip workers with the skills needed for the jobs of the future. By focusing on lifelong learning, individuals can adapt to the changing job market and remain competitive. Furthermore, policymakers could explore implementing a dynamic minimum wage that adjusts based on economic conditions and the level of automation in specific industries, ensuring that wages remain relevant in an evolving landscape. The future of minimum wage in the context of automation is complex and uncertain. As robots and AI continue to reshape the workforce, the implications for employment and wage structures are profound. While automation offers the potential for increased productivity and economic growth, it also poses significant challenges, particularly for low-wage workers. Navigating this future requires a multifaceted approach that considers the needs of workers, the realities of the job market, and the role of technology in our lives. By engaging in thoughtful discussions and exploring innovative solutions, society can work towards a future where the benefits of automation are shared equitably, ensuring that the minimum wage remains a relevant and effective tool for protecting workers in an ever-changing world.